This video will assist you in learning and using the inland rules. Captain Farmer has piloted commercial and recreational vessels on inland and coastal waters, and he teaches rules from time to time. I am retired from my 4th riverboat in Knoxville, and mate Jeanette and I are now sailing a 29-foot Catalina on the Tennessee River and beyond. We've taken every precaution to present factual information in this rules survey overview, but we cannot be held liable for mistakes or misinterpretation. Read the full Coast Guard rules and abide by them accordingly. If your boat is over 40 feet, you must carry a current copy of the rules, and smaller boats should. The rules presented here are for inland vessels and include my comments. This is an older rules book that I used when getting my first 100-ton master's license. The newer rules books look like this, and most marine supply houses carry them. They and rules guides are available on Amazon. We will focus here on the inland rules that are on the right-hand page in the complete rules book. The corresponding international rule is on the left-facing page in these same books. Don't worry about different rule numbers, as we want to concentrate on learning to apply the rules. The vessel lighting pictures are in the full rules book, not in the amalgamated rules. These rules apply to all vessels of any kind, but some people may not understand that, so be vigilant. The jurisprudential rule, the first rule in the book, says there's no excuse for hitting another vessel, even if you have to break the rules to avoid it. Vessel includes everything, and a sailing vessel does not have an engine running. A nuke is one that cannot maneuver, but is not at anchor. You can be underway, not making way, when sitting still. Restricted visibility could be fog or heavy rain. Western rivers is the Mississippi and its tributaries. Inland waters include the western rivers and the intercoastal waterway. You absolutely must maintain a lookout at all times, including with radar, if it's fitted and operational. Having your radar turned off is unacceptable. If you're in restricted visibility or a crowded area, you must reduce to a slower, safe speed. If you see a vessel that has a constant relative bearing, but is closing on you, a collision will follow unless someone does something. If you think a collision might be possible, assume that it is and do something. Take early and obvious action, preferably by a large alteration of course, so the other vessel can easily tell what you're doing even on radar. The downbound vessel being pushed by current has right of way, and you may have to stop and wait for him to pass. You may encounter several tows waiting on one downbound. In traffic separation scheme areas, you need to read their rules and see where and how to check in and out with them. You'll be under Coast Guard control, and having AIS transmit is a big help. When sailing vessels are meeting on opposite tacks, the one on starboard has the right of way. If meeting on the same tack, the windward boat can maneuver more easily and must keep clear. If overtaking, obtain permission by VHF to pass, and on which side. Usually you keep to port 2 whistles just like on highway passing. If the lead boat asks you to hold, you must do so. Once overtaking, you're considered to be overtaking until you're free and clear ahead. When meeting, keep to starboard, 1 whistle like you do on the highway. Don't forget the downbound rule and let him determine how you meet or if you need to hold. A crossing boat from ahead to 2 points abaft your starboard beam has the right of way. A vessel ascending or descending a river has the right of way over a vessel crossing, but not many people know this, so be very careful. Turn to starboard if you're the giveaway vessel and cut his stern so it's hard to hit him. The stand-on vessel should maintain course and speed unless agreed by radio for the lead boat to slow down when passing. The vessel pecking order is nuke, ram, constrained by draft, international only, fishing, sailing, power, seaplane, and wing and ground. The mnemonic to help remember this is new reels catch fish, so purchase some willingly. In restricted visibility, alter course meeting or crossing to starboard and slow down to bare steerage way before entering the area. Do not display flashing blue or confusing lights. Towboats and some commercial vessels have yellow perimeter lights. Vessels less than 36 feet are not required to display shapes. White masthead when a sailboat is under power, or a powerboat shows 225 degrees forward. Red and green side lights show dead ahead to 112.5 degrees aft. The white stern light shows 135 degrees. A yellow special flashing light should be on the lead barge in a tow. Be aware that the red and green on the head of the tow is on the lead barge on the outside string, but not necessarily a beam of one another. Powerboats and sailboats motoring display a white masthead light, red and green side lights, and a white stern light. An inland tow above the Huey P. Long Mississippi River Bridge often does not display the white masthead light. Sailing vessels turn on the white masthead steaming light only when motoring. green over white shrimping at night, and red over white fishing at night. You may only be able to see their bright white lights on their nets or trawls until you get very close. Red over red, the engine is dead, so he's a nuke because he can't maneuver. Red, white, red means a ram, like a buoy tender setting buoys. Constrained by draft does not apply inland. White over red, a pilot ahead. A white light is the most dangerous and difficult to identify, as it could be an anchor light, a stern light, or a small boat light. It's extremely difficult to judge how far off a single light on a boat or buoy is. Don't run anything down. Every boat needs a horn, but over 36 feet you must have one. There's no long blast, only a prolonged blast of 4 to 6 seconds, as in departing a dock. The coasties have dropped the requirement for a bell under 36 feet, but Tennessee still requires it. If you can't see him, you don't have to signal, but most people watch AIS and arrange meeting or passing early. One whistle means I'm keeping to starboard, usually in meeting. 2 whistles means I'm passing a boat, keeping to port. Tows may ask you to meet or pass on the 1 or 2, depending on conditions. When meeting in a turn, he usually wants you on the inside, away from his swinging stern and props. He may be pointing straight at you, but is sliding sideways in a turn. The danger doubt rule was changed to doubt only in 2018 to comply with international rules. It sounds backwards, but a power vessel moving sounds one prolonged, but not moving too prolonged. A nuke, ram, sail, and fish sound one prolonged and 2 shorts. At anchor in restricted visibility, ring a bell or sound 1 short, 1 prolonged, and 1 short to indicate ship's position stationary. You don't have to make signals in a designated anchorage area. You may use your spotlight to attract attention, but don't put it in his pilot house so as to blind him. Distress signals are flares, except in most places inland, but the newer flashing SOS strobes are easier to maintain. Mayday means I do desperately need immediate attention, like the boat's on fire and we can't put it out. Distress flags need to be 3 feet by 3 feet. Pon means I need assistance, but not immediately, as in taking on water, but the pumps are holding for now. Securite is a call to warn others of something like floating debris in a channel. We hope this video has helped you get started in learning the rules of the road. You need to get the rules book and study it thoroughly. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.